Yeah, hi Kim, how are you?
Good, good. It's so nice to be here. This is a brand new setup for your tourism program. This is your new tourist center.
Yeah, so this is our Genesee County Visitor Center where guests would stop on their way into town.
Let's start with, where is Genesee County located?
So we are just off the I-90, just off the thruway, right between Buffalo and Rochester, and we're only about 40 minutes from the Canadian border.
So you're really centrally located.
Very much
so. You've
so.
got Niagara Falls, Canadian border, Buffalo, Rochester. You're really a central area for people who are looking to go on vacation and maybe also take some short day trips.
Yes, yes.
But Genesee itself has so many fun things. I think that most people would recognize the Darien Lake. The park, the rides, the roller coasters.
Yes.
It's just a big part of what happens out here in Genesee County.
For sure.
But Genesee County is so much more than Darien Lake.
We have a lot to offer. Darien Lake's great, and they bring in a lot of visitors, but while you're there, while you're at Darien Lake, there's hundreds of restaurants.
Wait, hundreds of restaurants?
There's over 100.
Over 100 restaurants?
Yes,
so
yeah.
I could go to a different restaurant every day over the summer.
Absolutely. And we have all the hometown favorites, you know, the chicken wings and the beef on wicks. And
you have some really special candy out here too.
We do, yeah. So Oliver's Candy's been family owned and operated since the 30s, and they're most known regionally for their sponge candy. That's a favorite.
And if you're in the area, Oliver's does tours. Genesee County is also full of history. There's some wonderful things that happen here in Genesee County that families with children would really enjoy.
Each town and village has their own historical society, which are really fun to visit. Our most notable being that we're the birthplace of Jell-O, and we have an entire museum dedicated to that in Leroy, New York.
An entire museum about Jell-O.
Yes, yes. The history of Jell-O, how it was made, where it was made, the advertising history. It's a lot of fun.
And then you have a community that's a historical community.
Out in Mumford, the Genesee Country Village and Museum is a living history museum, and you can walk through an old village, essentially centuries old buildings.
So a living history museum, that means that you have folks who are dressed traditionally.
Yep.
They're creating, making, cooking, and doing all of the things you would have seen in that village over a century. It's just a wonderful way for the family to immerse themselves in history.
Yeah.
So let's see, we talked about the Jell-O Museum, history museums. There's some horse racing that goes on.
We do, yeah. So we have live harness racing. Actually, just up the street from our visitor center is our live harness racing track.
And you have some wonderful golf courses. So some nice things for mom and dad. Gambling?
Yes, and golf.
And golf.
Yes.
So Genesee County really offers a lot for a family, a lot of what I call do-togethers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go on vacation and the kids aren't playing video games or watching TV, but there's so much to do here as a family.
Yeah.
Between the restaurants, the museums, Darien Lake, and you know, some people they'll come into town and hotels are lovely. Darien Lake has places to camp and to stay, but some people kind of want a more homey feel.
Yeah.
And so you've got bed and breakfast.
We do. We have a couple inns and B&Bs, ranging from very quaint to very upscale, and they're a favorite of a lot of the visitors.
And then Letchworth State Park. Really a shining star in Western New York.
Yeah, so the great thing about Genesee County is that you can stay here very affordably in one of our over 1,000 hotel rooms, B&Bs or inns, but then kind of visit all those regional attractions like Letchworth, and it's 19 miles of scenic views, 3 waterfalls.
Is it called the Grand Canyon?
The Grand Canyon of the East, yeah.
And you can go whitewater rafting at Letchworth State Park.
You sure can. Yeah.
Fabulous thing to do.
Oh, and it's a lot of fun.
And it's beautiful in the fall, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And you have shows come in, art shows come in, there are places to eat, you can camp. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place for families. Lauren, where should people go with questions looking for more information about their vacation time here in Genesee?
So if they can't stop in at our beautiful visitor center, they can go to visitgeneseeny.com.
Visitgeneseeny.com.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us,
Thank
Lauren.
you, Kim.
Can't wait to check everything out.
I know.